Drake's son doesn't look like him. Here's the real reason why. A few years ago, Drake's 3-year-old son Adonis was first shown to the world. The youngster is different from his father in that he has wavy blonde hair and blue eyes. Drake was positive the child was his biological child. He had a paternity test done before going public. Even more shocking is the fact that Adonis has no resemblance to his mother. Everyone was taken aback by how unlike Adonis looked from both of his parents since she had dark hair and eyes. Drake and Canadian star Sophie Brousseau never dated and only had one night stand together. Adult film star Sophie Brousseau is no longer active. She was raised in France and is currently employed full-time as a painter. The only time Drake and Sophie were seen eating together was in January 2017, while Drake was in Amsterdam. Sophie informed Drake that she was expecting a child. In May 2017, Sophie told TMZ that she had received texts from Drake pleading with her to stop the pregnancy, but she refused. Drake's representative said at the time that he would work in the child's best interests if the child was Drake's, which he does not believe to be the case. Adonis was born on October 12, 2017. Drake, nevertheless, made the decision to keep the incident's specifics confidential. He didn't talk about his new baby in public for over a year. The Canadian and French performers decided not to disclose whether or not they were parents. They wanted to protect their child from the effects of the media. Considering Sophie was one of numerous women who claimed he got her pregnant, Drake wasn't certain it was his son either. That's why Drake asked her for a paternity test. But it took a long time since the first round of DNA test results were ruined in transit. Drake added, "I didn't want to go tell the world that that was my son, and it wasn't, since he was in a really strange circumstance." The outcome of the subsequent examination validated Adonis's paternity. In March 2020, Drake formally declared himself to be Sophie's son's father. The rapper stated, "I wasn't hiding my kid from the world, but I was hiding the world from my kid." Drake accomplished something very remarkable in March 2020. He uploaded 6 photos of his baby to Instagram so that everyone may see them. He introduced his son to the world and gave us the name Adonis. Adonis's mother, Sophie, shared a video of her kid referring to Drake as his father in May. At the moment, Adonis lives in Paris, France, with his mother Sophie, although he travels back to Toronto and California often to see his father. Drake places a high emphasis on his paternal duties. He's quite affectionate with his son. In 2021, he dedicated a significant prize he won from Billboard to his son Adonis. That is his level of affection for him. Even though Drake and Sophie aren't romantically involved and have never been together, they get along well. Drake asserted, "I'm still learning to communicate with a woman who, we've had our moments, all thanks to co-parenting. I do want to be able to explain to my son what happened, but I don't have any desire for him to not love his mother. I don't ever want the world to be angry at his mother. We have found ourselves in a situation and we are both equally responsible. Now I'm just really excited to be a great father." I'm sure you're still wondering why Drake's child doesn't look like either of his parents. Why are the boy's eyes blue and his hair blonde? Adonis' look is due to genetics. It is not necessary for a child to always look like their parents. When you consider the appearance of Drake's parents, everything becomes clear. His mother, Sandy Graham, is blonde with blue eyes. That's the explanation. Genes can sometimes skip a generation. This is quite uncommon. Still, there's a chance that this explains why Drake's son doesn't look like him. He resembles his grandma. In addition, he adores his mother for being there for him no matter what. Sandy Graham is her name, and she is from Canada. Her family is Jewish. She has previous experience teaching English and working as a florist. Dennis Drake, Drake's mother, was a musician, and his father divorced when he was just 5 years old. Drake was therefore nurtured by his mother during his early years. The singer has a deep affinity for his family. Since Adonis is his only kid, he cherishes these relationships.